I guess too many geology students have stumbled into it. Turkmenistan is home to some impressive mud volcanoes. Just south of these, in Iran, is a very interesting one. Pakistan is a great place to see mud volcanoes. There are about 100 of them along the coast. In fact, there was an island that was created from one off the coast and then disappeared through erosion shortly thereafter. This one is about 330 feet tall and has that characteristic blue to bluish green color. The color comes from reduced iron within some of the clay minerals. When the mud is erupted and exposed to the air, it is oxidized and turns to a regular old tan color. Who would have thought that mud could be so interesting and beautiful, especially in the form of these volcanoes and associated features? But we're still wondering why or how did they form? I hope you've been thinking about that. I'm sure that many of you are thinking that there are similarities to artesian springs like this one in Thermopolis, Wyoming. Here we see water flowing up to the surface from underground, not unlike the mud we've seen flowing up from below. I think we need to talk about springs a bit more using the whiteboard to evaluate this idea. This is a cross-sectional view, so let me draw a tree here, make sure we understand that. I'll put my old tree right here. So we're looking sideways. We've got the ground surface here with the tree growing on it, of course, rising up on this mountain, we'll say. Where's all the mud come from? That's what I'm thinking of. Well, maybe you could come up with the idea. You sit there brainstorming when you think about this. And I can imagine geologists doing this when they first encountered these mud volcanoes. Maybe there's some badlands out here made of shale. And when it rains and you get these gully washers down the washes full of mud and it comes across this sandstone aquifer just like the water does and comes down and through to the surface, and that's how you could do it. It doesn't take long to reject that idea. There's a major problem there. With the clay and the mud and whatnot, it's not going to flow through these tiny little pores in a sandstone or in a limestone. It would plug it up immediately. It's impossible.